Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is the start of our second full season here at Villa Park. I think this pre-season has been absolutely fantastic for us. We'll just run you through some of the friendly results. We beat New England 2-0. Ryan Dunn getting 2 goals there. We drew with Atlanta United 1-1. Nikita Raj getting the goal. We beat Roma 3-0. Hudson Enrique with 2 and Camilo Paez getting the other. We beat Salernitana 5-1. Ryan Dunn with a hat-trick. Jamie Brown and Baptiste Dubois getting the goals. And we beat Udinese last week in our last pre-season friendly. Martin Neto getting 2, Fenton Lawton getting 1, and Nikita Raj getting the other. Fenton Lawton is a player that is currently on trial. We are going to go through the transfers before we start this episode. We have brought in, as we go to the back end of last season, so we brought in Harold Brunig from Borussia Dortmund for £25 million. We have brought in Daniel, who is a left back who has gone out on loan from Palmeiras for 5.5. Joseph Tamarit is a backup goalkeeper. There are his stats. Now he's a strong goalkeeper, 25 years of age. We brought him in from Manchester United, who paid 4.4 million for him, played 4 games last season. He'll probably be a backup to Peter Wadsworth. And Maxence Cacaret from PSG, 22.5 million, raising to 23 million. Really good mentally. Physicals are still pretty good, apart from his jumping reach and his strength, passing, technique, first touch, all very good. These are Daniel's stats, by the way. Physically okay, stamina's pretty good, jumping reach again pretty poor. He's a 5'6" left back, can play all down that left side as well. Dribbling of 11, crossing of 10, first touch of 12. He has 4.5 star potential ability. And we will just show you Harold Brunig, who is a centre back. If we just move into a ball playing defender on defend, first touch is 9, but he's heading to 14, marking to 13, passing is 11, tackling 16, technique's pretty low on 10. Mentally pretty good apart from his flaring off the ball, but we don't have to worry about that. His vision is questionable too, and physically very, very good, 3.5 star player there. As for the outgoings, so we have sold Mario Vuskovic for 19.5 million to Trabzonspor. We got rid of Anthony Russell. He's gone back to Aberdeen on loan. Carlos Grisales has gone to Brentford for £22.5 million. And then Darren Gaffney and Mark Rea have gone out on loan as well. Also leaving the club, as we've brought in 44 million this summer. Marcelo Formosano, as I said, has gone to Zenit for 25.5 million. Andrea Cambiasso has gone to Shakhtar for 12.75. Antonio Vieira has gone to Burnley for 5.5. And then Dave Kabongo to Rangers on a free, and the rest have all gone out on loan. Mark Hart's there, Daniel's there, Daniel Ebeling, Stephen Watkins, Jesper Kyle, Milan Van Driel. So a number of good players gone out on loan. We have got 19 players out on loan. If we just rank them by potential star rating, Frank Olsen's a 5-star, Anthony Russell's a 5-star, Daniel's a 4.5, Milan Van Driel is a 4.5, Derek Gaffney's a 4, Lee Donnelly's a 4, Gaston Saruco's a 3.5. He's currently a 2.5 star as well. So some decent players out on loan. The squad, as I showed you in the last episode, is this: is Wadsworth, McMillan, Suarez, Brunig, Dubois, Tulio, Enrique, Werison, Rog, Kozol, Bauman, Tamarit, Tanganga, Salinas, Brown, Ale, Cacaret, Lemiers, Neto, Dunn, Paez and Pereira. It's a 22-man squad. Everyone is registered for this opening game of the season. Our season looks like this to start with. We play Man City away, we go to Leicester, we play Leicester at home, Brentford at home in the Cup, and then Manchester United to round off August. It's a very, very tough start to the season, and we can get into that right now. So the team for the opening game away at Manchester City is Wadsworth in goal, Dubois, Brunig, Suarez and McMillan across the back, Tulio sitting in front of them, Jose Werison and Hudson Enrique in the centre midfield, Camilo Paez on the left, Nikita Raj on the right, and Philip Bauman up front. Let's do this, let's get into it. Opening game of the season, Manchester City versus Aston Villa. Ruben Diaz, bit of time and space, gives it back to Cruz, under a little bit of pressure, forced back to the goalkeeper, and he looks long for Castro. Castro wins it down to Abdo. Abdo into the box, hits a shot, and it's well wide. That's a poor effort there. Man City, 15 shots, 7 on target, still having it at the back of the net. Tanganga now out on this far side, into Rog, who's got behind his man. Can he pull the ball back? Goes back to Tanganga, shot from distance is blocked. Dubois collects it though, has to go and field to Tulio. Back to Jose Werison now. Tulio once again. Little 1-2. Ball out to the right hand side on Rog. Can he get the crossing now? Towards the byline. Does get the crossing. Dunn's going to go up for it. Manages to collect it on the far side. Goes past his man. Here goes Dunn. Hits a shot and he flashes across the goal. Works. Switch ball out towards Abo. Tanganga collects it though into Rog. Looks forward for Pereira. Is Pereira going to get there first? He's not. And Cruz can go back to the goalkeeper. And he gives it out to the left fullback Pele. Looks for Abo in the inside left channel. Abo now down towards the byline. Can he get the crossing? Pulls it back to Pedri. Back to Bellingham. Infield to Pele, who hits a shot. What a goal from Kylian Pele. Smashes it in from inside the box on the left-hand side. What a strike. And it's no more than Man City have deserved. Abbo keeping the ball in under pressure from Suarez, gave it to Pedri, into Bellingham, first time ball into Pele, and with his right foot just smashes it across the goalkeeper into the top corner. It's 1-0. Rog coming in field, goes for Prill, who's got behind his man, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, chips over the goalkeeper, he's hit the bar. Braff with this corner kick in swinger from the far side with his right foot, puts the ball in, Cruz gets up, and it's tapped in at the far post by Karim Adeyemi. He gets off the mark this season, 92nd minute, it's 2-0. We lose 2-0 away from home opening day of the season. Wadsworth played a 7. McMillan also played a 7, who we brought off. He was struggling. Man City deserved that, really. But chances, we created 10 chances, only hit the target with 1 of them, and our problems from last year are resurfacing once again. Leicester at home here, second game of the season, a couple of changes made. Wadsworth is struggling with an injury, he is on orange, should be back to full training in 2 days, so Tamarick comes in to start for him. Back four is the same, it's Dubois, Brunic, Suarez and McMillan. Tulio in that defensive midfield role. Neto comes in to partner Werison in the central midfield. Hudson Enrique moves out to the right hand side due to the injury to Nikika Raj. Paez starts on the left. Baumann starts up front. Actually, I'm going to make one more change. Dunn is going to start on the left instead of Paez. And let's get into this game. Corner kick now. Hudson Enrique puts the ball in, headed away by Jones. Hoskin can pick it up under a little bit of pressure from Werison. Werison with a great tackle. Dunn. What's he going to do this time? Shot! And Alte this time tips it round the post. A better effort from Ryan Dunn. Jones collects that ball on the left hand side. Space to run into. Goes back to Hoskin though. Into Adams in the centre of the park. Njuku. Ferran Torres. Back to Adams. Pirani into Torres. It's a shot. Scores. Ferran Torres makes it 1-0. First real chance of the game for Leicester. And it is 1-0. And they've carved us open. A few good passes. 30 yards from goal. And it's Villa 0. Leicester 1. Adams with space. Gives it into Njuku. Ferran Torres, laid it back to Adams, he's ball into Pirani, first time ball into Ferran Torres, in between the centre back and full backs, puts it across the goalkeeper Tamarit, and it is 1-0. We have played really well today, considering Hudson Enrique with the ball in, and it's hit the bar and somehow it stays out. It was a little bit of pinball after it hit the bar and it stays out. 14 shots, 15 shots, now 7 on target. We are the better team. Leicester have only really had one highlight, and that was the goal. Done. Ball in towards Baumann, it's headed away. Nketiah, Njuku, back to Adams now. Pirani. Back to Morato. Hoskin now on the left-hand side. Out to Jones. He's got acres of space. Looks like ball for Torres. Bruni cuts it out. Suarez into McMillan now. He runs forward out to the right-hand side and Enrique. It's gone past his man. Hudson Enrique. Defender gets back though to cover him. Infield to Neto. Into Baumann. Is he onside? It's straight at Altai anyway. As Neto now. In swinging corner from the far side. Suarez gets up. It's saved. And Harold Bruni gets his first goal for the club. Taps in from a tight angle. Yard out. 20 minutes to play. It's 1-1 here. The corner in from the far side. In swinger from Neto. The header was by Suarez. It was kept out, but Brunig had the job of just tapping in from about a yard, tightish angle, but he finds the back of the net, and our strikers and wingers can't find the back of the net, but our centre-back can. It's 1-1, 15 minutes to play. Bajrami, Adams, ball into Njuku, gets there first, tucks it in. Tyler Adams sets up Ali Njuku, and it's 2-1, 10 minutes to play, and that was a lovely work goal, carved us open. They moved the ball from left to right, out to Bajrami. He went out to the right wing in Adams, and that ball in, eye of the needle, and Njuku just took his own. Keeper Tamarit was in no man's land really. It's 2-1, 10 minutes to play. It's a game where we have been the better team, but we just haven't been clinical. We've had some really good chances, and we just cannot score. Again, the problems of last season coming to fruition once again. 2-1 defeat, and it looks like we're going to end August without a league victory. We play Man United in the last game, and we know that is going to be a toughie regardless. Brentford at home in the Carabao Cup. We won't show you this one, but the team will be Tamarit, Ale, Salinas, Brown, Tanganga, Kakaret starting in front of them, Neto and Lemire's in the centre of midfield, Kozol on the left, Dunn on the right, Perella up front. We're just going to bring you the result of this one as we play Brentford at home in the Carabao Cup. 2-0 victory in this game against Brentford. We played well. We found the target as well. Kozol getting a penalty early on in the 8th minute, and Perella scoring in the second half in the 52nd minute. Good performances. Tamarit 7.5, Salinas 7.6, Brown 7.4, Tanganga 7.4, Lemire 7, Dawn 7.4, Perilla 7.2. We're through to the third round. It's the first Carabao Cup game we've won with Aston Villa. So the draw for that will be next, and we'll show you that live. Carabao Cup third round draw today. So let's get it underway. Coventry City play Nottingham Forest in a local derby there. The two championship clubs meeting. West Brom play Stoke in what is somewhat of a localish derby. Tranmere are drawn at home against Luton. Preston play Watford. Norwich play Manchester United. That's one big team gone. Burnley play Wigan. Newport County are at home. They take on Wolves. Newcastle take on Manchester City. That's two of the top end predicted Premier League clubs gone. Swindon at home, they take on Doncaster. Leeds take on Aston Villa, so we take on Premier League Leeds at Ellen Road in the third round. Birmingham take on Chelsea. Cardiff take on Everton. West Ham take on Arsenal. Liverpool take on Leicester. Bournemouth versus Plymouth, and Peterborough take on Spurs. So there's going to be some big teams exit the competition in this third round stage. Makes it a potential to go and win this if we can get through Leeds in the third round. Last game of the episode, we have gone for the team that got the highest average rating so far. So it is Tamarit in goal, Tanganga's at left back, Macmillan's at right back. Brown and Salinas played well in that cup game. They resumed their partnership at centre back. Cacaret sits in front of them. Lemire's and Neto in the centre midfield. Kozol on the left. Hudson Enrique on the right. Perilla up front. Couple of knocks to players as well. So we've got to just monitor the fitness of these players going forward, but we need to get a win here. We're 2 games without a victory in the league. We don't want to make it 3, because if we do, we'll probably end in August and probably end in this episode bottom of the table. Musiala now can run over halfway. A counter-attack is on here for Manchester United. He gets down the right side, hugging the touchline, gets the ball in. Salinas can head it away, headed back in towards Mbappe. Sancho smashes it in, and Jadon Sancho beats Tamarit, the former Manchester United goalkeeper, at his near post. What a strike from Jadon Sancho. It's 1-0, 12.5 minutes into this game. Musiala's ball in, headed away by Salinas, headed back in. Mbappe just laid it off for Sancho, who hit it first time. What a strike that is. Power. And it is 1-0 to Manchester United here at Villa Park. Ball switched out to the right side, and Sancho hits the shot, hits the post and stays out. Macmillan can clear it away. Ball over the top there, and Brown can collect that comfortably. Little 1-2 with Salinas. Out to Lemire's now. Out to Kozol on this left-hand side. Back in field to Tanganga. Has to go back to Brown. Tanganga again. Kozol. Coming in field, looks at switch ball out. Marmol wins the header. Mbappe back to Marmol, looks strong. Cacaret cuts that out there. Lemire fires into Hudson Enrique. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Goes wide, pulls it back for Neto, who equalises. And Martin Neto makes it 1-1. It was really well done from Hudson Enrique there to get into that inside right channel. Made the right decision to pull it back. And a brilliant finish from Martin Neto across the goalkeeper. Great ball into Enrique. It was a poor touch. He was forced wide, really, and then pulls it back, and that is a lovely side-footed volley from Martin Neto. 1-1, 5 minutes to play to half-time. Macmillan fires that ball into Perilla in between the two defenders. Shot from distance, and he scores, and I'm not sure what the goalkeeper was doing, and Federico Perilla scores, and that justifies the selection to start him in this game. Hudson Enrique laid that ball back to Macmillan. He just fires it into Perilla, who's between the two centre-backs, took it down, and he hit the shot early, which I think caught the goalkeeper out, because Messier was completely unawares of that as it went past him. It's 2-1 at half-time. Man United holding possession of the ball here as the first half begins. The first 30 seconds of this, we've just been chasing that ball out to Mbappe inside left channel, and he scores off the inside of the post. Musiala's ball into Mbappe, and it's a great finish from Kylian Mbappe, and less than a minute after the second half resumes, it is 2-2. We scored in the 47th minute. They've scored in the 46th minute. Either side of half-time. That is a great finish from Kylian Mbappe just inside the post. And Man United immediately hit back after the break. It's 2-2. Ball over the top. Perilla's in behind once again. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Federico Perilla has found the back of the net twice today. And after the worry that we weren't hitting the target in the early games, Perilla came in, scored in the cup game against Brentford, and has kept his place and gets his second of the day. It's 3-2, ball over the top, in behind. He just took it to his left and just slotted it into the bottom corner. It's 3-2. Federico Perilla gets his third goal of the season, his second league goal, second of the game in his first start. And is it going to come good for us now? As Hudson Enrique puts his swinging corner in, headed away. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Enrique. Infield to Brown. Into Cacaret. Hudson Enrique again. Brown. Werrison now. Force White. Into Brown. Ball over top. Neto heads it down. Into Enrique. Keeper makes a mistake, and Hudson Enrique makes it 4-2. 20 minutes to play, and hopefully there's not enough time for Man United to get back into this. 20 minutes is a long time, I know that, but 2-goal advantage. Brown's ball into Neto, just flicks into the path of Enrique, and Messier just completely unawares, and Hudson Enrique tucks it in. It's 4-2. Trigos now gets past his man, goes back to Mariba. Trigos again under a little bit of pressure. Mariba into Upamecano. Ball into Mbappe, takes down, touch into Sancho and fires it over. And they could have got one back within a minute there. And luckily for us, Jadon Sancho not showing the same lethalness that he's shown in that first half with the goal that he scored. Poor effort for him. And Neto now looks out to Enrique on that right hand side. Goes back to Salinas under a bit of pressure. Neto comes deep to collect out to Bauman on this far side, on this near side, sorry. Dubois running towards the byline. Goes infield to Neto under a bit of pressure. Back to Cacaret. And back to Brown now. Infield to Salinas. Forced all the way back to the goalkeeper Tamarind, who looks long. Perilla's going to get there first. Takes it down into Bauman now. Gives it back to Dubois. Over the top to Bauman. Pulls it back. Hudson Enrique. 5-2. What a well-worked goal that is. And that was a thing of beauty. And we're going to end the episode with a victory. An unexpected one against third place Manchester United. Perilla into Bauman here. He laid it back to Dubois, who just clips it over the defender. Bauman keeps it in, lays it across the goal, and Hudson Enrique gets his second. 2 goals and an assist for him. 5-2, 15 minutes to play. And we're inside the final minute plus stoppage time. Ball from Salinas, and the ball's going to find its way into the net. Mbappe gets it. It's 5-3. There's a minute plus probably, 4 of stoppage time. Surely there's not enough time here. Thrown in our own half. It was cut out. Sancho fired the ball in. A mistake as it was slid back by Brown against Tamarind, and it fell to Mbappe, who tucked it in. 4 minutes of stoppage time now. Hopefully we can see this out. Mbappe with an in-swinging corner. Ball in, headed in by Inacio. And my word, it's 5-4. There's 90 seconds left. Surely we're not going to blow up from here as we go into... There we go. 5-4. Man United scored 2 in the 90th and 93rd minute. Really gave me the fright. But we have done it. We have won our first game of the season. We beat Manchester United 5-4. Went 1-0 down in the 13th minute. Goals from Neto and Perilla to give us 2-1 lead going into half-time. Mbappe equalising straight after half-time. And then a 12-minute spell where Perilla and Hudson Enrique add the double, putting us 5-2 ahead. But Mbappe and Inacio getting goals in the 90th and 93rd minute to make it look closer than it probably should have been. It's 5-4. We get our first 3 points. We're going to look at the league table, and we're going to look where we're going to come back for in the next episode. League table, we are up to 15th now with that. 3 points, 1 win, 2 defeats, -2 goal difference. Man United could have gone joint top if they'd have won that game. They have 6 points, won their opening 2, lost that. That was their first defeat of the season. As for when we are going to come back, we are going to come back in the month of October. We're going to play through September, Sheffield United, Newcastle, Leeds and Chelsea. Leeds is a cup game. We're going to come back in October. We're going to show you the game against Fulham, Leeds, Wolves and West Ham as we move through the month of October. Should be some winnable games in there. Hopefully we can get ourselves into a bit of form and not be around the relegation zone at the start of the season like we were last season and like Villa were the season when we took over. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.